Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Poorly kept secret, secret kept poorly, poorly secret, secret poorly. Look, man, like, subscribe, follow, become a member to the channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Leave a donation for fried rice and chicken wings. And also, let's donate some money to help these guys figure out how to keep a goddamn secret. Look, man, Tyson Fury returns to the sport of boxing for what? All this shit about Tyson Fury, he's stunning the boxing world. Man, the man's already retired how many times? 5 times? And he's returned to boxing, what now, 6? I mean, come on, hold your horses and let's not take it to the stupid. A blind man could have predicted Tyson Fury was going to come back. You know why he's returning, right? And no, it's not for the money. It's because Turkey al Sheikh, you know, when Turkey's in the house every day is Thanksgiving, but Turkey al Sheikh got him by the gypsy balls. You know, Tyson Fury, remember he was out here, I'm the lineal champion lineal. I beat him fair and square. Nobody wants to give me credit. Remember that guy? Went out there and messed around with that Ukrainian binged his ass up for over 2 fights, total of 24 rounds. Then he decided to disappear from the sport of boxing. But he couldn't go away for long. Turkey al Sheikh is going to have Tyson Fury fighting for a long time, people. Now, Turkey will come out here and say if Tyson wants to retire, it's on him. But that's not what he was saying initially, okay? I think Tyson Fury got a few more years left in the sport. You got to take a look at this whole situation, the way Tyson Fury returned from obscurity after his first real retirement or break from the sport after the Klitschko fight, and Tyson Fury tested positive for PEDs and everything else. Bottom line is in his drug issues and alcohol abuse and being suicidal. Okay, he returned to the sport. A guy like him should have never gotten to the point where he's at right now, but he had a little help. Okay, from Kinahan. So the bottom line is this: you don't come back to the sport. Get on the run that he had to just come now and decide, I got all the money from you guys that you guys promised you were going to give me and get me to the top of the heavyweight division. I did my part. You did your part. Thank you, sir. Nah, it doesn't work that way. They got him by the gypsy balls. So he's got to fight. Now, the thing is, he just lost twice to Usyk. You got Anthony Joshua out there. He lost to DeBar. But let's be real. What can Tyson Fury do? Who can Tyson Fury fight that can top his fight with Usyk? Now understand this: the fight he had with Usyk, it was pretty cool because it's undisputed, but that fight didn't have the magic. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have the mystery surrounded, and it definitely wasn't a hometown fight, a local fight, a Battle of Britain type fight. Although Anthony Joshua has lost, he got knocked out by DeBar. Him and Tyson Fury is still, in my opinion, a much bigger fight as far as name recognition than Fury Usyk. And Anthony Joshua has nowhere to go. Tyson Fury really has nowhere to go. Where they go fight? Caballel, the winner of Bakoli and the Jogba? Somebody gonna go mess around with top range Jared Anderson or Torres? Someone gonna come out here and mingle with Jalalov? I mean, what are they gonna do? The only fight that makes the most sense is for them to have the Battle of Britain. We didn't get to see AJ and Wilder, so we're gonna get to see AJ and Fury. Now, I don't know how much money is in it, but I think there's some huge money in it, for real. But when you take a look at it, AJ has to fight twice this year. I was saying a long time ago, AJ's going to probably fight Tyson Fury. He got to fight twice this year. He hasn't announced an opponent. He's not doing anything. He's in Nigeria hanging out. He's got to do something. And then you see Tyson Fury bubble back up. That's because they're going to fight in the summer. They're going to fight in the summer. You can't make me believe that AJ is going to fight somebody different. You know, if you got to look at the smoke screen that's being thrown out there by Frank Warren, by Eddie Hearn, the only person who really doesn't say much is Turkey al Sheikh, because we know when Turkey's in the house every day is Thanksgiving. It's Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren. Eddie Hearn has AJ, Frank Warren has Tyson Fury. So they came out here talking this whole set of talk about the heavyweight division and who's going to fight who, and Parker can do this, and AJ will probably go for Parker, and AJ and Hergovic, and Tyson Fury's retired. He's not coming back to the sport, and this, just to tie up your brains. But now we know Tyson Fury, this whole thing about Usyk, anytime, any place, fight him at a trilogy. Nah. That anytime, any place bullshit now applies to Anthony Joshua, and I want to make sure that I get this crystal clear. Eddie Hearn, right? He's in a tough spot because Eddie Hearn has to keep making money off of AJ. I do believe Eddie Hearn cares for AJ. But he doesn't care for AJ more than he cares for Matchroom. Matchroom is his father's business. He had Eddie succeed him and take the reins. Eddie Hearn's not going to put his friendship before the business. So he's going to make sure that he puts AJ in a fight where they can generate a lot of money. And let's be honest, you look at what he did with Conor Benn and Eubank Jr., you look at what he's doing right now with AJ and Fury. I mean, it shouldn't be any surprise. He's going to try to make the biggest fights possible. And Turki Al-Sheikh's involved, then Eddie Hearn may not have a choice because Turki Al-Sheikh puts up the money. Eddie Hearn can negotiate for AJ. Then Fury and Frank Warren go negotiate for Fury. But I do think that the numbers will be right. And I do think that that fight will happen in both of their backyards right there in the UK. I mean, you got to look at the age on these guys. Fury and Joshua. We keep talking about Deontay Wilder. What's he, 37, 38? Maybe going on 39 or something. We talk about Zhang being in his 40s. Tyson Fury and AJ aren't too far off. I think they're like 35, 36, something like that. 37, 35, 36. So they're getting up there. And the talks of them fighting, that shit's been long overdue. That fight should have happened years ago. Years ago. But Usyk came and disrupted plans, didn't he? Put the bing bings on AJ and put the bing bings on the Gypsy King. So it is what it is. But I do think the former two-time unified heavyweight champion Joshua, man, he and Eddie Hearn, I am pretty sure they're sitting here talking and saying, hey, this is a fight that we need to make. And when you take a look at it, I mean, Joshua got 32 fights. Fury's got 37. Fury got 24 knockouts. AJ has 25 out of 28 wins. This is a fight where, before I would say AJ lands first, he knocks out Tyson Fury. But AJ's chin it's not that great. So shit, if Fury lands on AJ, he can hurt AJ. Okay? Fury's got some power. We understand what happened with Wilder. I ain't here to talk about that, but Fury does have some power, but it makes you wonder how come he could land one of the most devastating blows he's ever thrown, which was that uppercut, landed cleanly on Usyk, and Usyk didn't go down. Usyk wobbled. You know, it's like they say, the turntables wobble, but they don't fall down. That's Run DMC right there. And Usyk, all he did was, start praying to God. And he just kept pushing and kept fighting. So for me, AJ has the power, but Fury has probably the better chin. So I think both of them can knock each other out. You know what I'm saying? I really do. It's going to be interesting because they're both about the same height, 6'6". Fury's supposed to be 6'9", but I keep seeing that Fury's height is all over the place, but they're both big boys. Fury with the 85-inch reach, AJ with the 82, 83-inch reach. So they're not that far off from each other when you look at their dimensions. But I do think AJ and Fury are going to get it on. I just think for Fury in a comeback fight, him going to fight AJ is not even dangerous anymore. Before, years ago, we would say, hey, when they were trying to make this fight, for Fury to come off of a 8, 9, 10-month, 1-year layoff and go into the ring with AJ, we would have said that was a suicide mission. But not today, because AJ hasn't been in the ring for a while, and AJ's not the same, just like Fury's not the same. But I'm surprised Fury's not fighting Parker. I said a while ago that I thought Parker and Fury would be at the top of the heavyweight division and they're going to fight each other. Because Parker said he would fight Tyson Fury. When he said that, I said, damn, that sounds to me like Parker is trying to him and Fury have already agreed to fight just to put some money in Parker's pocket. Because I do think the secret society has looked out for Parker as well. But the bottom line is, when these guys scrap, someone's got to win and someone's got to lose. And I think it becomes a pick'em fight because I just think Fury he lost a pound of flesh when he fought Wilder, and I think he lost a pound of flesh when he fought Usyk those times. AJ, I think, lost a pound of flesh when he fought Andy Ruiz, and I think he lost a pound of flesh when he fought Usyk, and another pound of flesh when he fought Dubois. So as far as AJ being able to come in there with that power and just the specimen that he is, and how aesthetically pleasing his physique is, man, that's something all athletes should just try to strive for. But genetics has a lot to do with the way Anthony Joshua is built. I just don't think Anthony Joshua should be the favorite. But bottom line, I don't know, man. That's a tough fight to call. AJ's not the same, man. He's not the same. But whoever gave up hope on this fight happening, you no longer have to do that, man. You can actually get your feet back underneath you because it looked like it's going to happen. Neither one of them have anywhere to go. AJ has nowhere to go. Fury has nowhere to go. And what I mean by that is they could fight. Their fights out there for them. But as far as the money they want, as far as the buzz, the announcement of the fight's going to make, let me tell you something. There's no one that they can fight outside of each other that's going to give them what they need. And to be honest with you, unless they decide to do a little weirdo fight like Jake Paul and fight Mike Tyson, nobody really going to talk that much, I don't think. But the fact that AJ and Fury looks like they're going to get it on, that's going to create a huge buzz. Another, probably record-breaking attendance out there in the UK. And I'm sure Turkey Al-Sheikh can probably put up, that some big numbers again as far as fight purses. I'm sure there's going to be some big numbers, man. Anyway, poorly kept secret. Neither one of them have anywhere to go. I mean, goddamn, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out AJ and Fury are going to be scrapping this year. I'll tell you what, if they don't fight each other, I think Fury's going to fight Parker. Who AJ's going to fight, I don't know. I pray they don't put nobody in with Caballero, but I think Fury will fight Parker. If it's either AJ or Parker is who Fury's going to fight. But as far as AJ, I don't know, because Eddie Hearn can't afford for AJ to lose, especially in a fight with a guy who's not going to really generate that much of a buzz. He's got to lose against someone like a Tyson Fury. He can't just come out here and lose to anybody. Anyway, y'all keep cool. I'm rooting for AJ. That way, if Wilder comes back and gets a win, maybe we can get AJ and Wilder. But other than that, I think Tyson Fury may have his number, man. Well, we just have to wait and see. But what is going to make it interesting is Ben Davison knows Tyson Fury. So he may have the secret sauce. Anyway, keep cool. I'm in the breeze.